Welcome to I Love This Thing So Frigging Much, a podcast about passion. My name is Sophie Katz, and today I am joined by Rachel, a musician and licensed hairdresser. Welcome to the show, Rachel.
Well, thank you for having me.
Thanks for being here. So, here is how this works. Rachel will have 3 minutes to talk about something that she loves. This can be a person, place, thing, concept, activity, anything she wants. Our only requirement is that she loves it wholeheartedly and wants to tell us why. Are you ready, Rachel?
Absolutely.
All right, got my timer here. Now, what do you love so frigging much?
Well, I love doing hair. It's what I went to school for. I am a licensed cosmetologist, and I specialize in semi-permanent and permanent hair color designs, as well as doing music on the side. Before COVID hit, I actually participated in 2 different local open mic nights in the town where I'm living right now. So that was quite fun. So I got to do both 2 things that I'm absolutely passionate about, music and hair. My YouTube channel should be linked to this podcast, which will show you my music, because it's kind of hard to talk about music without singing. So I actually will then talk more about hair. So I love working with the fashion colors or semi-permanents, which people more commonly know as funky colors, like the blues and the purples and the pinks and all of those colors, which you don't usually see on someone's head. So I love taking those colors and being creative with them and doing different designs and just having fun. It's almost like the person's hair is a canvas, and you have free reign about what you do. And it is so fun and freeing, and there's really no rules. Semi-permanents are usually vegetable-based dyes, which means there's absolutely no harm that can be done to the hair, and you can just do whatever you want. I've actually had my hair be maybe 5 or 6 different colors. I think I've had blue. Most of the time it's been purple. It's my favorite color. I've had pink. I have had red, and I have had my hair blonde, and then I've actually had my hair orange by accident. That was a mistake. It was supposed to be purple, and it turned orange by mistake. I still, to this day, do not know how that happened, but it just adds to my list of colors that my hair has been. I have my my professional Facebook page is Rachel Meira Hair and Makeup, and I love to post my work on there, as well as other pictures that I see online that have been inspiring to me. One of my favorite lines that I use, I love Joico, and Pravana is my go-to for my semi-permanent hair colors. And because Pravana is such a nice creamy blend of pigments, which allow the hair to be a nice vibrant color. Joico is nice, but the only problem with Joico is that it dyes everything within a 20-mile radius. So you really need to cover everything.
Go ahead and finish that.
That's basically it. Like, that's one of my favorite things to do. So if anyone wants their funk hair done with funky colors, come to me.
That's awesome.
So it's so fun.
Thank you for telling us about doing people's hair today. So I loved how you referred to it as like the person's hair is your canvas, and you have the freedom to do whatever on it. So I'm curious, like, I've never had my hair dyed myself. Is there usually like a conversation? Do people usually come in with, this is exactly what I want, or are they usually coming in like, I don't know, what do you think you want to do?
I've had quite a few friends who have wanted me to do the hair, and they've sometimes had a reference picture that they've shown me, and obviously it's not necessarily going to look exactly like that, because you can't replicate someone's work to a T, but you can take it and use it as your inspiration and use that to your advantage. Like someone said, I want a blue ombre, but I didn't have exactly the same pigments of blues that they wanted. So I said, well, I have this. How about we do this and give it a try? And if you don't like it, we can do it again when it grows out. So, yeah.
I imagine that the unpredictability of it might be part of the fun.
Oh, absolutely. Because you never know when someone wants to be bleached out, you never know what they're going to pull. Like, people who have dark hair tend to pull more red. So you have to make sure when you bleach them to get rid of all of that brassy orange and neutralize it so that you have a nice, clean, white white canvas to work on. And so people with the darker hair who are like, oh, I want rainbow. And I'm like, well, that's going to be tough, but I'll see what I can do.
How do you do rainbow?
The secret is cold water. You can do all the colors at once, but when it comes to the rinsing, if you don't want it to bleed, rinse it with ice cold water, and the colors won't bleed together. And sometimes if you put them in separate foils too, that also helps with the rinsing process.
Mm-hmm. Besides rainbow, what are some other unusual requests people have come to you with?
I've had someone ask me for magenta underneath their hair, so they want the top of their hair to be blonde, but they want a little peekaboo magenta, so that was definitely a toughie to do.
Ooh.
I had one of my favorite ones, which is actually the cover picture on my Facebook page. My friend Ashlyn wanted me to do her hair in that blue ombre, and she had box color up the wazoo in her hair, so I had to get all those nasty mineral chemicals out before I could even bleach her. And so I was able to do that, and I had to bleach her out, tone her out, and then I was able to go in and add the blue so that to her ends. So that one was like about a 4.5-hour project, and it was so fun. Like, I had the time of my life doing it.
How much of this, because you clearly have it all like in your head on what the steps to do to like problem solve and figure out how to get all the wacky hair colors that everyone wants. How much of this is you just have to learn by doing, and how much of it is book learning?
Well, we didn't really learn any of this in school. In school, the basics that they taught us was how to get through our state board exam. And after that, it's really just knowing how the chemicals work, and you have to really base it on your client's hair, because you won't know how it works until you actually start working on it, because everyone's hair acts differently. In fact, Mara had asked me at one point to help her get some green in her hair, and I actually told her about the stuff that I've used in the salon, and I think she went ahead and ordered it on Amazon, and I think it looked really nice after the fact. Mm-hmm. So that was fun to be able to like give her that information over the phone and then see the end result.
Is there anything that you don't like about doing people's hair, and if so, how do you handle that?
I don't like color corrections. Well, I shouldn't say that I don't like them, but when someone comes to me saying, I put all this box color in my hair and it went horribly wrong, fix it. That is probably, as a hairdresser, that is probably our least favorite thing to hear, because those box colors are so damaging to your hair. I mean, if that's all you've used for years, fine. But if you decided you were going to have a midlife crisis and you wanted black hair, so you went to your local CVS and you got that black hair color, and then you decided you didn't like it and you wanted to be blonde again, that's going to be like a $300 service, and I'm not going to stipend you at all. I'm just going to think that's what's going to cost to make it back to the way you want it to, because of all those harsh minerals that are in that box color.
So what would you recommend that people avoid to avoid having to
box
do
color?
Just across
box
the board?
Color. Just don't do it. Like, if you see that box color at CVS, walk away.
All right. Good to know. Rachel, thank you so much for telling us about something you love today.
Thank you for having me. This was really fun.
I'm glad. It's fun for me too. And thank you, our listeners, for tuning in today. If you would like to learn more about doing people's hair or our guest, Rachel, you can find her social media information in the episode description. And don't forget to use the hashtag #LoveThisThingCast to tell us about the things you love. I Love This Thing So Frigging Much is a production of Through the Window Media. This episode was directed by Sophie A. Katz and edited by Melissa Block. You can find us at Through the Window on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or Tumblr. That is THROU, the window, at all those social media sites. Be good to yourself, be kind to each other, and you'll hear from us again soon.